All right, guys, today I'd like to show you the rest of the brand new line of PacLocks that have just become available in Home Depot. In fact, the prices just went online last night, so I want to be able to tell you what some of these things cost. First of all, let's talk about this packaging because this is really cool. I've never seen anything quite like this. All of the locks you see today are going to be on the same type of packaging. It's a steel plate, and whoever designed this, I mean, that's how you're going to see it on the shelf. You're going to see the exact lock you're getting. You're going to be able to look at the keys because they're held with a plastic bolt right here. They'll be on the back. I've already taken these off obviously. So you see your lock, and if you look on there, you see exactly the type of trailer that these apply to. So it does say trailer, but it shows you the type of trailer. In this case, it's the lever type trailer that locks on the bottom and on the top when you turn it and lock it down, and this fits directly over the top of it. And then there's a third clue right up here at the top. So very neat packaging. Whoever designed that, I'm very impressed. You guys need some kind of award, seriously. All right, it is made from a solid billet of 6061 aluminum. It says aircraft grade, but I don't know what that means. It's aluminum, and it's very, very hefty. Very nicely done all the way around. It's obviously anodized, and it's anodized not just on the front, but everywhere. And you'll see that in just a moment. When I flip it over, it has all the identical characteristics that we saw on the padlock a few days ago. It is a silicone cover that really is locked solidly in place. It's not going to be shaken or flapping in the wind because you've got a little knob right here on both of these, and both of those holes are threaded to hold it in place. It also flips around. It's got a little bearing washer in there, stainless steel bolts, so no corrosion, no rust over time. And because that's got that bearing, it's not going to be tearing off to let junk get up inside of there. Now you'll notice there are some cutouts here. There's a cutout that goes all the way through. Obviously for that locking lever to go down the side of it, it'll be sticking out either the right or the left side, depending on the orientation of the door. And on the bottom, they've got a little cutout for the mounting bracket for the hasp. It's going to fit right up and fill up that gap right there. There's a couple of more holes, or another hole right here, and we'll talk about that in just a minute after we get them off. The locks are identical to the padlocks. They are replaceable core. These all have 6 pins. They are all security pins, either spools or serrated or a combination of those two. Notice the orientation of this one, and I find that interesting because, remember, this is the door when this is locked in place. And so when it's on the door, you're going to have to try to get in there and pick it. But notice my hand can't go below that door. It's going to be very, very difficult to try to get a good angle to attack those pins with that core oriented like that. I'm sure they thought that all the way through. Really well thought out. The key on this one is very challenging, so I think I'll try to pick this one a little later in the video. The way these work, slide it in, rotate it 90 degrees like so, and once you get it there, you pull the entire shackle just like a puck lock, and I'll turn it sideways, and then you can pull them right off of there. Now let's move this out of the way and take a look at the bottom. Again, all anodized. As you can see, it's all CNC machined out of a solid piece of steel. Let me hold this up here so everything will focus properly. We have a hardened shackle, and you can see that would be the unlocked position, and it slides up into that hole. We have 2 hardened steel roll pins right there to turn and completely lock that. So pulling this out, probably not going to be a possible attack. There's a couple of other holes here. This one is actually, let me show you what that one is for. Inside of the bag comes a steel cable. So if you want to secure the lock, so if you pull it off of the trailer, you don't want to set it on the ground. If you want to secure the lock to, say, the door, all you got to do is just pull that right out of there. See if I can get this to work. And now you have a hole that goes all the way from there out the bottom. That was a hole I showed you earlier. And you can thread that steel cable through it. And there's a little compression fitting, everything you need in there to secure this lock to the door. So it's not going to be escaping your custody. Very, very cool lock. The next one is almost, oh, by the way, that one sells for $69.97. I don't know how they came. Let's call it $70. $69.9. How do they come up with these numbers? Again, almost identical. Same type of packaging, except again, you have these visual clues. You have these large levers, and I think we've all seen those on the back of 18-wheelers that haul these shipping containers or Connex containers. They usually have 2 of these handles, so you could actually put 2 of these locks on there. It's almost identical to the one I just showed you. Again, cutouts for those handles and for the mounting brackets. Same type of orientation on the core. And let's open this guy up. It's got a little bit longer bolt because it's a longer lock. Again, identical. Now, I keep saying identical, but what happens if you have several of these locks? Let's say you got that and the lock I'm getting ready to show you, a couple of these padlocks, job box locks, etc. How do you change out that core? Well, let me show you real quick. Let's get this up here. All right, you'll notice we've already taken that screw out, and that was for the steel cable to secure this to the door. There's another one right here. It's the same thread, the same size Allen screw. We just loosen that. We pull the bolt completely out. Let's set him off to the side. On the end, there's another bolt right here. Loosen him up, and our core falls clear. Now, let's say we lost the key or someone stole a key from us, we're worried they're going to come back later, not a problem. All you do is you pull out the old core, you pitch it, and you can buy a pack of these guys. A 5-pack of replacement cores. These are all keyed the same. They all have the same high-quality nickel keys, so very durable, not very likely to wear. And there are 5 keys in there, so you can key up several trucks using the same key, almost a master key system. Again, so you take your new core, you slide him up inside of there, you tighten up your bolt, slide him back into the body, you tighten the screw back down, and you have just rekeyed your lock. Very cool. It saves you from having to buy an entire new lock. The one for the Connex container, shipping container, sells for $75, $97, or call it $76 plus tax. All right, this next one. You're going to see these from Lockpicking Lawyer, so I am not going to go into a lot of detail on these guys. There are several different size padlocks. Lockpicking Lawyer will go over the details on them. This one sells for $29.97, and the larger they are, they're going to cost a few bucks more. Same type of keys, same type of universal core system, replaceable. You can key them all the same if you like. Very cool. $29.97. Now here are some really cool locks. And again, I'm not going to go over detail on these guys. Let me pull this back so you can appreciate the size of this. Same packaging, same visual clues. You got a truck. It looks like some ladders on the top of it. So if you don't want to lose your ladders off of your commercial truck, or if you want to secure a swing gate, this might be a really good choice. This is honking huge. They call this the chain lock. This sells for $99.97. You want to know details about this guy, you go to Lockpicking Lawyers channel, and I will put the link down there. We've divided up the labor, guys. And then the last one, again, from the Lockpicking Lawyer. If you want details, take a look at this. These are so common on panel vans. All kinds of trucks use these. Very heavy steel cover. Here's the keys that are in place, held in with this plastic bolt, and you flip it over, you can see on the back here. All of them are like that, so you can actually look at the quality and the bidding of your key before you make your buy decision. Get a decent bidding. Again, standard PacLock, same universal cylinder system. You can rekey these in just minutes. Very cool. You want to see this, go to Lockpicking Lawyers channel. By the way, the PacLock sells for $79.97, call it 80 bucks. And I don't know if I mentioned, but the chain one, this guy, sells for about 100 bucks. So very cool stuff coming from PacLock, going to be available in Home Depot very, very soon. You want this stuff? It's definitely some serious competition, very secure stuff, serious competition for Master Lock. Appreciate your time, guys. Appreciate your patience. Stay safe, stay legal. If you want to know details about these others, go check out Lockpicking Lawyers channel down in the description. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to have to admit defeat. I've made 4 attempts to pick this thing. Using a simulated, I mean, I realized that this is the Lock Lab, but I kept it flat as if this were the door. I didn't get on my hands and knees. Sorry, guys. And I tried to pick it using this technique where I would slide it. You can't, because this is the plane you can't break, you can't put your hand down like that. So you've got to hold it up like that and push vertically, trying to feel those pins. And It's quite a unique picking method. I just have never practiced it, and I certainly don't have a feel for it. And this lock seems to be particularly tough. It does work perfectly. Here's what the bitting looks like. So very challenging bitting. Works beautifully. So let's try it. I am going to cheat this time. I am going to give up on the flat. I just want to say I picked it. I just want the bragging rights, you know. It's not on a truck, but I'm not a thief, so I don't care. I just want to pick it. All right, here we go. 6-pinner, all security pins. Oops. I just want to tension it. There we go. Light tension because I know it does have security pins. Pin 2. Nice little click. And that is obviously a serrated pin. Well, I've already blown it. That didn't work. Let's start in the back. Slightly more tension. Pin 4. Pin 3, obviously serrated. Pin 1 seems okay. Okay, that was pin 3, and I got a very slight turn on the core. First time I've gotten that. Okay, that was 5. Where are the spool pins, for goodness sakes? There's one. Okay, got him. I can't tell. Is that a spool? Very slight counter rotation. That was pin 3. That was pin 4. I got a deep fault set. I'm going to hold it with my pick. My tensioner is falling out. All right, let's keep going. Now would be a good time to have a spool that would talk. Nothing. Pin 1. Ooh, that's how light the tension is. Got a very tiny click on him. Pin 5, counter rotation. And goodness gracious, there we go, finally. All right, guys. I've got to say, if I had a commercial truck and I was trying to lock up a whole bunch of very valuable tools or stock or something, I would not hesitate to use one of these guys. These are so much better than the 4-pin alternative that we've always seemed to buy in Home Depot. Anyway, guys, my level of frustration is about as high as it's going to be. Appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal.